Pork has long been a staple in many diets around the world, but its place in the carnivore diet is a topic of debate. While some advocate for its inclusion, citing its protein and fat content, others caution against consuming pork regularly due to potential health risks. In this in-depth exploration, we delve into the dangers associated with eating pork on the carnivore diet, supported by scientific studies, including health risks, cholesterol levels, inflammatory responses, alternative meat options, religious and cultural considerations.
Over pork safety. A new study shows chops and ground pork may be full of bad bacteria. Jim Axelrod is here with the story. Jim, good morning.
Well, good morning, Nora. A whole host of foodborne illnesses is caused by these bacteria. We're talking about stomach aches, vomiting, diarrhea, fever, even in the most extreme cases, death. But Consumer Reports says bacteria are not the only thing pork eaters should be worried about.
One of the primary concerns regarding pork consumption is the presence of harmful bacteria such as Salmonella, E. coli, and Listeria. These pathogens can lead to foodborne illnesses, ranging from mild gastrointestinal discomfort to severe complications and even death. A study published in the Journal of Food Protection in 2013, a cross-sectional study, highlighted pork as a common source of foodborne illness outbreaks in the United States, emphasizing the need for caution when consuming pork products.
Found a 2013 Consumer Report that discussed how 69% of raw pork samples were contaminated with a number of different bacteria and parasites, particularly very high in Yersinia enterocolitica, which is a really bad parasite to get. It causes a lot of GI stress, so gastrointestinal.
Furthermore, pork is known to harbor parasites such as Trichinella spiralis, the causative agent of trichinelosis. This parasitic infection can lead to symptoms such as muscle pain, fever, and swelling of the face and eyes. Despite advancements in food safety measures and cooking practices, cases of trichinelosis still occur, underscoring the persistent risk associated with consuming pork. A study published in the Journal of Parasitology in 2011, a case control study, examined the prevalence of trichinelosis in pork products and its implications for public health. In addition to microbial contamination, cholesterol levels are a significant concern for individuals following a carnivore diet, as high intake of saturated fats from animal products like pork can impact cholesterol levels. While some studies suggest that dietary cholesterol may not have as significant an effect on blood cholesterol levels as once thought, it's still essential to monitor cholesterol levels regularly, especially for those with pre-existing conditions such as heart disease or diabetes. Choosing other protein sources can help maintain healthy cholesterol levels on a carnivore diet. Pork is high in saturated fat and cholesterol, which have been linked to an increased risk of cardiovascular disease. A meta-analysis published in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition in 2010, a systematic review and meta-analysis, found that higher intakes of saturated fat were associated with an elevated risk of coronary artery disease, highlighting the potential health consequences of consuming pork, particularly in excess. Processed pork products, such as bacon, sausage, and deli meats, pose additional concerns due to their high sodium and nitrate content. Research published in the European Journal of Cancer Prevention in 2011, a cohort study, suggested that the consumption of processed meats was associated with an increased risk of colorectal cancer, possibly due to the presence of nitrites and nitrosamines, which are known carcinogens. Opting for fresh, unprocessed cuts of pork may mitigate some of these risks, but it's essential to moderate consumption and prioritize variety in the diet. Moreover, pork consumption has been linked to systemic inflammation, which is believed to contribute to the development of chronic diseases such as arthritis, diabetes, and cancer. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition in 2015, a randomized controlled trial, found that a diet high in pork resulted in elevated levels of inflammatory markers in the blood, indicating a potential link between pork consumption and inflammation-mediated health issues. Despite these risks, some proponents of the carnivore diet argue that pork can be included in moderation as part of a balanced dietary approach. They point to its high protein content and essential nutrients such as iron, zinc, and B vitamins as reasons for its inclusion. However, it is crucial to consider the potential health risks associated with pork consumption and exercise caution when incorporating it into the diet. When following a carnivore diet, individuals often rely heavily on animal products for their nutritional needs. While pork is a common choice due to its affordability and availability, it's essential to consider alternatives that may offer similar benefits without the potential drawbacks associated with pork consumption. Beef, lamb, poultry, and seafood are all viable options that provide essential nutrients such as protein, vitamins, and minerals without the concerns linked to pork. Inflammatory responses play a crucial role in overall health and well-being, and some evidence suggests that certain components of pork may contribute to inflammation in the body. Processed pork products, in particular, have been linked to increased inflammation due to their high levels of additives and preservatives. For individuals with autoimmune conditions or chronic inflammation, minimizing or avoiding pork consumption altogether may be beneficial in managing symptoms and promoting overall health. Religious and cultural considerations also play a significant role in the decision to avoid pork on a carnivore diet. For many individuals, pork is prohibited by religious dietary laws or cultural traditions, making it a non-negotiable exclusion from their diets.
In my life, I've met so many people, Muslims and Jews, who break the rules of the religion all the time. They drink alcohol, they sleep with other people, and they even commit crimes. But the one thing they will never do is eat pork. No pork, bacon, or ham ever. And that's also like me. I don't eat pork. But why? Here is my best guess. When I was young, my parents didn't feel the need to say, don't sleep around and don't drink alcohol, because I was too young for that stuff. But they did say, don't eat pork, because pork is dirty and disgusting. And that idea has been stuck with me ever since. So much that physically and mentally I am unable to eat pork.
Respect for these beliefs and practices is essential in any dietary discussion, and alternative meat options should be explored and encouraged to accommodate diverse cultural and religious backgrounds within the carnivore diet community.
An excellent article was written in the Biological Therapy, Volume 1, Number 2, 1983, by Professor Hans Reckwig, called The Adverse Influence of Pork Consumption on Health. You'll never hear about it in mainstream media because they're always promoting certain special interest groups. And what he found was this, that pork products actually act as a homotoxin or human poison, and there's like over 20 different diseases that could actually be transmitted from pigs into humans. And here's what was interesting. He quoted a man by the name of Listeria from Heidelberg University who had done experiments with radioactive isotopes. Now what that basically means is a lot of times you have thyroid therapy done. And they take a thyroid, they chop it up, they give you the thyroid, and it helps to restore your own thyroid. And so he wanted to find out, this guy from Heidelberg, what happened to pig after it was digested. So he took the bacon from the back of pigs' necks, ground it up in a blender, threw some radioactive isotopes in it, ground it up, and had fed it to people because he wanted to see where it would go. Did you know the back of the pig's neck, the fat back here, when fed to humans, migrates to the back of the human's neck and causes a hump in the back of the head? Heidelberg University. I'm not making it up. God knew it in His Word. He told you not to eat the stuff. He made it. Doesn't He know what to do as far as what you should and shouldn't eat? Another interesting thing, they said if you ate ham from the buttocks of the pig, especially with women, they would actually have deformed buttocks from the ham.
In conclusion, while pork may be enjoyed occasionally as part of a varied diet, its regular consumption on the carnivore diet may pose significant health risks. From bacterial contamination and parasitic infections to its high saturated fat and cholesterol content, pork presents numerous dangers that should not be overlooked. Instead, individuals following the carnivore diet should prioritize the consumption of other animal-based foods and explore alternative protein sources to minimize potential health risks associated with pork consumption. Please subscribe, it'd be a great help to me and to the growth of this channel, and watch my other videos on the benefits and drawbacks of coffee on carnivore diet. Thank you.